So boys, today we're going in deep. We're going on the truth to why I started appointment setting. And I've made a video similar. My first video was kind of how I started appointment setting, but today we're going to go into deep. We're going to go into the truth. We're not going to be no bullshit, just straight truth. So I'm not going to hit you with the standard script that everyone says you know, not happy with the situation, because you heard that before. You know that's why I started. Obviously I wasn't happy with my situation. Obviously I wanted to be better. I'm going to go into the nitty gritty. So obviously before I started appointment setting, yeah, I was a 18-year-old university student, and always from young, I've always had the mindset that so bit of context, you know what, we'll go further back. In school, I've always been super academically gifted. I've not been someone that put loads of effort in school. I'm not trying to boast here, but I've always been someone that's been, you know, on the fun side, but always academically gifted in terms of always getting the top grades with minimal effort, right? But I always had the mindset that I didn't want to just go on to be normal. I wanted to, you know, be successful, and I always had that in me. And I thought because I was naturally gifted in school, I was, you know, gonna be successful because I was smart. But that's not really the case, is it? If you think about it, if I just went through my life, you know, being smart academically, that's not going to get me to a successful situation, is it? But until last year, 2 years ago, I didn't really have that mindset. I just thought it's going to happen. But things like this, success doesn't happen over luck. But I've always been someone that's kind of thought to myself and thought as a savage, as someone who's an action taker and someone that's willing to grind. But if I'm being completely honest with myself and reflecting, now I'm older, more mature, I wasn't that person. I was always someone that would half-heartedly try things and not do things to its fullest. So like even when I used to resell shoes, back in the day about 4 years ago, and I used to make some good money off it, but I could have put in more effort. I could have made more money. I could have, you know, started waking up early, making more accounts and trying to enter different like raffles and stuff. I'd just do the bare minimum and I'd make some money, but it's the bare minimum. But at the time, I'm making money, so I'm doing better than everyone else. Just because I'm doing better than everyone else doesn't mean I'm at the point that I want to be at. And that was kind of my problem. I was always comparing myself to everyone else, but the competition is so bad at the moment. Everybody else is in such a shit situation that comparing to other people that you see around you, it's not good enough. You need to start comparing yourself to people on level playing fields with you. And that's one thing, even being out here like in Thailand, like being around people like this, it makes you know and have that hunger to work as hard as your peers. A little bit off topic there, but it goes back to the point that I was kind of in denial in a sense. I was in denial that I wasn't a savage, I wasn't an action taker. And I'm saying this because I speak to quite a lot of people daily that have the mindset that I used to have, that they're action takers, that they're savages, the true savages, are ready to commit. But when it comes down to it, when it's time to get shit done, you're not a savage. Let's be real. You're not an action taker. And that's fine. That's not me throwing a dig, because I used to be that. Like it's understandable. I don't think anyone just comes out perfect business mindset and straight savage. And if you do, fair play to you, but that's not the route for most people. I think most people need to have a long look in the mirror or have some guidance or have a mentor or whatever it needs to be to get you to that place where you need to know you need to work harder. And it might even just be some self-reflection, because that was what it was to me, and also with guidance of my brother. And I'll give him accountability. I'll give him props for that, because yeah, he held me accountable, and seeing him grind that much, I can't see him grinding that much and then not do it myself. That's just, I'm not gonna be a worse brother. We're super competitive in everything we do, table tennis, whatever. So if he's grinding like that, by default, I've got to grind as well. So that's just the way it is. So that's what the difference was. So a year ago today, it was like, I'm gonna fully commit. I'm gonna actually be an action taker. So from day one where I started appointment setting, I had that mindset that I was gonna succeed in this, and I wanted to improve so badly. So every single day I was trying, like asking my brother for tips and doing things to help me improve, and watching videos, reading books, you know, doing everything on possible ability to get me to the results that I want to be. Because like I said, growing up, I always had the mindset that it's going to just come naturally. But it took me 18 years to realize that it's not going to come naturally. You've got to put the work in for it. So that was the reason I started, because, you know, it got to a point where I'm in uni surrounded by people that, you know, like nice guys and nice people, but realistically not have the same mindset as me. They don't have the same goals I want. They're happy with just getting a good job, 50k a year or whatever, 60k a year, and that's like the top end of people. But for me, that's still like, that's not going to be fulfillment. I wanted more than that, and that's kind of what really pushed me going to uni and realizing, I say I regret going to uni in terms of actually the degree or whatever, but it helped me open my eyes to what normal and what the competition is like on this base level. It's not the kind of competition that's up here and that I compare myself with now. That's kind of what made me start pushing and seeing people around me at uni and see the degeneracy, because sometimes in life you need to see the other side of things to get to the top. Like, it's not always going to just be that straight perfect route. That's why I'm talking about action takers and stuff, because like, you might have that mindset inside you, but you just need to unlock it. So this is not me saying that you need to go out and start your own business today, but this is me saying that maybe if you're someone like me that thinks you're going to just get it naturally, or think you're going to be successful, or think this is a problem for a year or two, it's probably not. You probably need to have a look at yourself, have a talk with yourself, write down some notes, make a plan, and actually start taking action, like I said. Obviously, this is just a quick video on why I actually started, because obviously, I'm not going to just say what everybody else says in terms of, I don't have in the situation, I was sick of 9 to 5, because that's obvious. That's just the standard. But the deeper thing inside me, the other things that I'm saying in this video is actually what, if I think about it truly and deeply, they're the things that flared me to start this journey and what's got me to the situation I am, because I started becoming an action taker. I started grinding and putting all my eggs in one basket and actually going for my goals. So yeah, this is a bit of a deeper one, boys, but the vibes are immaculate still. Thailand, had a sick day, went to the beach, played badminton, table tennis, got some sick food, and then came in, did a group call, chilled, spoke to the boys, and productive day, boys. But yeah, if there's any videos you want to see, like I said, in Thailand, or anything appointment set related or anything like that, drop a comment or DM me on Insta. I'll be out, boys. Thanks. And also, I'm not saying that you have to, but if you want to and it's something that you want to do, like my journey of appointment setting, I'm going to put my calendar link in the description. So if you want to book a call with me and talk about my journey and how I actually got to appointment setting and what it is, because you might still be confused on what it is, then if you want, we can have a 30-minute chat, and that's going to be in my description. So there it, boys.